Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Soulcreek. It has been a hot minute since I've recorded an episode. I was at Further Confusion last weekend, so between going there and preparing for that, just haven't had time. So, hopefully, my voices aren't all screwed up. I guess we'll find out. We continue picking at our teeth with our brushing sticks as I follow him away from the lodge. Tonight we will remove the stitches. Cool. Cool? Yeah, cool. He's looking at me with a blank expression. Oh, I mean, good. It's a Zephyr saying, I guess. Cool. It means good. Humans are strange. Why are we strange? You have no fur. Well, you're strange to me, too. He scowls contemptuously at me. I am not strange. Loken walks away before I can answer. It feels like I can't say anything without upsetting him. Loken hands me a leather skin water bag to wash my mouth out with as we walk. I do so gladly, relieved to be free from the taste of licking a forest floor. I gaze at the musculature of his upper back flexing beneath his pelt as he walks. He has a stiff tranquility that makes him seem really indomitable. His thick Arctic fur is bristling gently in the bitter cold breeze, his tail swaying with his step. The more time I spend with him, the more I'm getting used to him. He's less unnerving to me now. I'm starting to get more and more curious about his canine features. I gaze at the hefty bulk of his shoulders, watching his pelt shimmer gracefully over the contour of his body. I admit it. I do think he's physically attractive, despite being kind of an asshole at times. His sheer size and exotic physique is pretty interesting to me. Not that I'm suggesting I want something to happen. I'm still his acolyte, and we're different species. He probably isn't gay anyway. You are okay? Logan's crystal gaze has locked onto mine as we walk. He looks concerned. Huh? Your face is red? Yeah, it's the cold. The cold turns your face red? It's how my skin reacts to the wind. He hums thoughtfully. You're really not cold. I am not cold. Having fur must be nice. The husky just shrugs his shoulders at me, then carries on walking. I get the feeling he'd rather we just walk in silence. We continue marching through the valley, but I'm determined not to let the idle chatter die out this time. How long have you lived up here? Since I became a black runner. And how long is that? 21 years. How old are you? He blinks thoughtfully. I do not know. Seriously? It is hard to keep track. I have at least 30 years, and some more after that. Have you lived alone the whole time? His stride gets momentarily slower. Yes. No. Yes. And then out of nowhere he glares at me. I am not lonely. I never said you were? Good. I am not. Okay. His pace quickens and he shoots me a nasty glare. I shrink from it as his pace quickens once more, leaving me behind. Damn, now it's just kind of getting rude. I'm only trying to be friendly. We come to a dip in the mountainous valley, and my eyes boggle at the sight before me. A beautiful crystal spring of clear, bubbling water sits nestled amidst the gentle hills and thick forestry. It sparkles in the bright sunlight. Wisps of gentle steam amble upwards into the breeze. Even as I approach the spring, I can feel the pleasant heat from the water glazing my face. This is... wow. Others do not come here. And why not? Because... he grimaces. Because I am a black runner. So? They believe we are tainted. I frown. The taint of demons. They will not use this spring. I suppose black runners are living, walking witnesses of whatever lies inside the black zones. It goes against the ignorance is bliss mentality. And yet, most people seem to respect him? I can't quite get my head around it. Are people scared of black runners, or... Most Acroni embrace the black runners. Others do not. Ah, I see. Either way, it means you get to keep the spring all to yourself. It is good that no one comes here. I kneel down by the hot water, careful not to agitate my injury, and dip my fingers gently into the still water. It's pretty hot. Not too hot, but it'll certainly be a deep contrast from the heavy cold. I submerge my whole hand, watching the ripples bounce away through the frothing pool with awe. How is it kept warm? There is magma deep in the earth. Aeon calls it a geothermal spring. My skin is adjusted to the heat. It feels great. I think this is my favorite place in Alayla so far. It is mine, too. I get up, turning back to Loken. Do you... Whoa! My eyes soak in the sight of him, in all his glory, stripped down to a tissue-thin loincloth. Oh no. He is hot. Fuck. Initiating virtual sigh. Fuck off. You are okay? Yeah, fine. I was saying, do you, underwear? Sorry, I mean, you wear, that? Sometimes. Ah, did you bring, towel? Towels to dry? Yes, in the bag. He kicks the satchel he brought along. Ah, cool. We continue to stare at each other. My eyes flick up and down him, absorbing his titanic structure more closely than I ever have before. Oh, wow. He's so... Something is wrong? I'm just staring at him. I should get changed too. Oh, no, I'm fine. I tuck my hoodie and tunic off together, faking confidence. The cold air immediately hits my now topless bare skin and I shiver. Logan's head tilts curiously as he watches me. Alex. Huh? You do not have fur anywhere? I look down at myself and shrug. Not much. Mostly just the hair on my head. Your head hair is for keeping your head warm. I wrap my arms around my sides. Is he just watching me, waiting for me to undress? Not really. Hey, I'm getting pretty cold. Could you, You would prefer I look away? Kinda. I will look away. Thanks. I will too. As I turn away, I catch him peeking back at me. I pretend not to notice. I'm trying to hide my burning face. He seems really curious about me too. Hasn't he seen me naked already? He said he found me that way. I turn around and start stripping down as casually as I can. He's attracted to you too. Fascinating. You're both horny idiots. No, he's just never seen a human before. Stop it. The data doesn't lie, Alex. Didn't you see the signs? What signs? The pupil dilation, tail swaying, ears flattened. Really? I mean, knock it off, Bite. I'm not here for that. Wait, do we go in the water totally naked? Or should I keep my underwear on? What if he thinks I'm weird wearing mine in the spring? Or what if I take them off but he doesn't and he thinks I'm even weirder? Should I ask? No, I'll sound crazy. I could check to see what he's doing? Not to look at him, just to check if he's wearing anything in the spring or not. That's all it is. Gonna do the non-horny options here. I really shouldn't. This definitely isn't this is definitely just an excuse to peek at him. As curious as I am, I don't want to risk upsetting him. Do we wear our underwear in? No, you must wear nothing. Ah, okay. Well, that settles that. I am not looking. Thanks. I strip everything off, keeping my back to him. I am still not looking. Okay, great. I hear him moving around about behind me, then the water sloshing as he climbs in. Alex, I am in the water. My eyes are closed. Oh, okay. I turn around. Sure enough, he's sitting in the sparkling spring with the water up to his chest, eyes shut. As quick as I can, I trot over to the opposite edge and dip myself into the water. After wincing at the intense heat, I quickly adapt to the sudden temperature change. Oh, wow. My muscles turn warm wax, the glorious heat seeping into my bones and rushing to my head in a wave of euphoria. It's so nice. I can't help but groan happily. The water brushes against my injured belly. There's a momentary sting, but then it goes pleasantly numb. The humid air and glorious steam billowing from the spring settles into my lungs. I rest my back against the rocky edge of the water and slide down, my eyes lolling shut happily. I find a smooth rock to perch on and I sit with my head floating just above the water. This is so nice. Opposite me, Loken opens his eyes. We will not stay long. Ensure your wound is clean. I watch his eyes close gently. His head lolls back somewhat, his arms splayed out along the sides of the spring. He looks really relaxed. My eyes take in the curve of his chest and his arms. He's got a really nice body. Looks so damn comfortable. Alex, do not let him fuck you in the pool. There's a high risk of injury. He isn't into me, you're wrong. Oh yeah? Want me to tell you which bit of you he was looking at just now? No, go away. Okay. It was your butt. Fuck off! I look back over at Loken. His fur is all brushed up and wet. It's pretty damn cute. I can't help but chuckle. His ears flick and he opens his eyes. Something is funny? Your fur. Hmm? I don't want to offend him again. Nothing, sorry. I didn't mean anything by it. You just look funny when it's wet. I almost said cute. Oh. Luckily, he doesn't seem offended at this time. You do not have fur. I have hair, though. It looks funny. Huh? Your hair, when it is wet, it looks funny? Oh, wanna see? I do. Sporting a grin, I dunk my head underwater. The hot, foamy spring sits nicely against my face. I quickly re-emerge and throw my head back, flicking water from my hair. Ah, it feels so good. After swiping my face clear of water with both hands, I look over at the bathing husky. You do look funny. It's the first time I've seen the giant hound really smiling. Yeah, yeah. We fall into silence. We will begin your training. Right now? You must learn of the four. Typical. Just as I finally got him to relax. That's your code, isn't it? You said wit was one of them. What are the other three? Guile, craft, vigor. Today we will discuss guile. It is like wit, an instinct that cannot be taught, only sharpened through trial. It is your cunning. A black runner must be dexterous and swift, but also wise. You must know when to move and when to be still. This is guile. Just how dangerous are the black zones? There are many dangers. Demons, marauders, sugar cooks. Sugar cooks? Those who produce dawn sugar in the black zones, free from the eyes of the clans. Ah, Taki told me about that. Demons are the real threat, though. But knowledge of the demon is as dangerous as the demon itself. It is too much for the mind, as is counting the grains of sand on a beach. The more one learns of them, the more they succumb to dread and madness. Those who learn too much become informed. Informed? The informed are those whose minds are pushed too far. They are often found wandering the black zones. They are beyond reason and saving. Are the informed dangerous? Most simply exist. Ignorance is the order of the world. That's why you never tell anyone about the demons. You're protecting them. Yes, knowledge of the black zones is our burden, and ours alone. I see what Travonia meant about him being poetic. He's surprisingly figurative. So, first demons mess with your head, then they just outright slaughter you for a laugh? Man, they sound great. How come black runners don't go mad as well? One of the four protects us. Vigor. It is our resilience, to travel the black zones and face demons without joining the ranks of the informed. But we will not discuss vigor today. We will discuss guile. The talk of demons and their insidious nature unsettles me. Yesterday I was convinced these demons were just evil robots. Now I'm not sure what I believe. How do they do it? Are they magic or... We are talking about guile now. But you will build a resilience in time. Until then, do not think of them without my direction. You are not ready to bear this knowledge. There's a stern edge to his voice. I look away from him nervously, too anxious to ask him to clarify. Though unnerved, I'm still intrigued. I remember holding that thing. Did it do something to my head? I can't explain it. I remember the weight in my hands, the chill of its hard shell, the clank of the slack cables. It was definitely a machine part of some sort. I recall the warped shapes and jagged contours. It's still there, back at the lodge. Where did Logan get it? How can he sleep knowing it's there? I'm feeling distressed just thinking about it. There must be some scientific explanation to them. There must. They're just stupid robots, aren't they? When I held it, I thought I could hear... No, that's crazy. It was just a stupid robot arm. It was... What's happening to me? Why am I thinking like there's a splinter in my mind? I can feel... what's happening to me? Why do they want to kill me? They're just machines. They're just machines. They're... Alex. What? Logan suddenly snaps at me, his teeth bared in a snarl. I jolt back to my senses. You were thinking of them. You must not. You must not. He bares his teeth threateningly at me. You are not ready. But... He abruptly silences me with a wave of his paw. Stop. Alex, think of other things. Today I will assess your guile. I'm a bit startled by the sudden change of topic. My head is still spinning. What? Assess me? I have a task for you. It will be fun. Him? Fun? That's a crazy juxtaposition. We will return to the village. I will go to the hall to find the chief. You will follow me unseen. You must reach the chief without anyone seeing you. I blink at him. That's his idea of fun? You want me to sneak into the village? Yes. After I get my head around what he's saying, I scowl in bemusement. Seriously? You're not joking? It is not a joke. Why? So I can assess your guile. The tribesmen are already wary of me. If they see... It does not matter how you look. No one will see you, and you are my acolyte. Wow, that's an odd test. Should I be doing this with my injury? You will be fine. I must determine if you can move as a black runner should. I fold my arms at him, shaking my head at the bizarre sense of humor. Oh, yeah? How are you going to assess me if I'm supposed to be hidden from sight? I will know. I return his grin with one of my own. You sure? My guile might be amazing. Then I will not require an assessment. It's so juvenile. I'm almost wondering if he's playing a prank on me. Unless I'm not understanding him properly again? Just to be absolutely clear. You're really asking me to sneak into the village and get to Dravonia without anyone seeing me? Yes, I've explained this already. Right, you're hard to understand sometimes. Fuck. Why did I have to say it like that? Sorry, I didn't mean... My speech is unclear? No. Then you did not listen. No, Loken, I was just asking. I'm not used to how you talk. So I wanted to double check before I did something stupid. It is the same language you are speaking. You must listen more. His upper lip flexes in annoyance. I scowl. I think I have every reason to be annoyed at him this time. Hey, come on. I'm trying my best. I can't seem to stop making you grouchy like last night. Last night? Checking my injury? You just walked over and tried to pull my top off, then acted like I was the asshole for being surprised. He goes quiet, his ears flicking against his head. I did not mean to surprise you. I know. I like it when you... I didn't mind when you were touching me. But I can't seem to stop pissing you off. I'm just trying to be friendly. Should I just shut the fuck up? Would that be better? His annoyed scowl has melted away and his gaze drifts away from me. Ugh, he looks so sad. Great, now I feel terrible. Sorry. I will try to speak slower. But, no, you're not speaking too slow. It's more... You know what, just... Hey, forget it. I'll be patient. Sorry, I really didn't want to upset you. I'm not upset. After I stare at him, unconvinced, he shrugs. Others have said I'm not good at talking. I did not talk at all. I frown at him, unsure what he means, but too afraid I'll upset him again if I ask for clarification. When I was a child, I did not talk for 17 years. I used only gestures. You were mute? How come? I did not like people. I did not like talking to them. I wanted to be alone. It's a long time to be a selectively nonverbal. Do you still want to be alone? Do not leave. His eyes widen frantically at me. I jump, taken aback by his outburst. Logan quickly draws himself back when he sees my reaction. You are my acolyte. Do not leave. Others think I am strange. But the whole village looks up to you. They love you. They speak to me when they need a black runner. This is all I know how to be. This is all I am to them. Taki mocks me. My chief only talks of things important to the clan. He turns his muzzle away from me, his jaw tense. I didn't realize he was so insecure. I don't think you're strange. I like it when you talk. His face snaps back to me. Explain. You... I begin speaking without thinking. Truth be told, I find his voice absolutely intoxicating. It's intensely broad and beautifully baronial? I don't know what that means. I have no idea how to sidestep his sensitivities, but I want to give him some encouragement. Or perhaps comfort. I'll just keep it simple. You have a nice voice. He looks deeply confused. You do not think that? I do. I like your voice, and I actually like how you talk. It's interesting. I don't always get it, I'll admit. And I'll admit, you come across as a little rude sometimes, but I know you don't mean it. I seem to have caught him off guard with that. He doesn't know how to respond. But not a word of it had been a lie. I do like how he talks. I just wish he didn't misunderstand and get offended so often. After an awkward pause, he smiles at me. I will talk more. Oh? To you. I will talk to you. You are good at talking. I frown, slightly taken aback. I thought my talking annoyed you. No, I do not always know what to say back. It is not a good feeling. I think I understand why he talks the way he does a little more now. You can practice talking with me as much as you like, in return for all the Black Runner training. You just, don't get so offended by the stuff I say. I'm not trying to upset you. Just want to get to know you more. That is good. We don't have to just talk about Black Runner stuff either. We can talk about stupid things too. Like why I don't have fur or, things about us. We can get to know each other. Yes, we will talk more. I give him a thumbs up. Sounds great. He immediately looks confused. Oh, this, it's a human sign. It means good. He returns the thumbs up to me with a jovial grin. Cool. I have to admit, he's pretty cute. Now I will ask you a question. Okay. You must answer honestly. I'll try. Tell me why you agreed to be my acolyte. He asks very sternly. Where did that come from? I mean, the alternative was going to the cells, wasn't it? Logan's ears fold very slightly back. That is reasonable. No, that's not the only reason. Sorry, I realized how that sounded. There's two reasons. I don't know who I am. I don't know where I came from. There are questions I have. I'm hoping Aeon could help, but if he can't, well, I can't do it alone. He blinks at me. There is also another reason? You say my life. I don't trust anyone else here, but I trust you. Hmm. Loken nods thoughtfully. Those are good reasons. We will find out where you come from, Alex. But now, think about the task I have set you quietly. We will enjoy the water. We will not speak. All right. Loken gives me a curt nod before his eyes gently lull shut and his head falls back against the rocks. He seems really relaxed. This must be where he comes to wind down. Or maybe he's just more at ease after our chat. I certainly feel closer to him. I finally managed to connect with him. With Loken sitting quietly, I'm left alone with my own thoughts in this glorious hot spring. I shut my eyes, my head rolling back. I'm starting to adjust to this insane, crazy world. Even the cold doesn't bother me as much now. I may be no closer to getting any answers, but things feel a touch less surreal. My thoughts dribble away as I ferment into the glorious water. Images of Loken and his loincloth bleed into my minds. God, Spite was right. I do find him hot. Why? What the fuck is wrong with me? I think it's because he's different to me. It feels somehow inappropriate, but maybe I like that? Or is it just that he's a whole shoulders and head taller than me? All that strength, that dominance pinned against me? Or maybe something about his blunt, primal nature is enticing to me? It's different. It's powerful. Alex. Yeah. My body jerks in surprise as Loken addresses me. I look over, but he's not in the pool anymore? I jump again when I feel his paw on my shoulder. Wake up. He's kneeling behind me, fully clothed once again. Loken. I cover myself with my arm as casually as I can. When did you get out? Did I doze off? You did. It is time to go. I have a towel for you. Thanks. He smiles. I will turn away. He promptly whirls about and takes a few steps away, politely standing with his back turned to me. God damn it. I need to get my horny brain under control. As glorious as it was stepping into the hot springs, getting out isn't quite so pleasant. The cold wind strikes me immediately, and the towel Loken brought is a ragged, thin piece of cloth that barely covers me. I dab at my stitched side curiously. My injury looks much less severe now that all the dried blood has been washed from it. There isn't any pain. Once I've tugged my underwear and leggings back on, I scour my hair with a towel, then grab my tunic and hoodie. So, am I everything you expected? Loken turns around, frowning. I watch his eyes carefully. Explain. Me, being a human. Am I what you expected them to look like? He looks confused as he considers my answer. His eyes move down to my chest. You have no fur. I grin nervously as he scans me. I realize how exposed I am to him curiously leering at my body and blush. Yeah, none of us have fur. He nods. I turn my back to him, pretending to fumble with my tunic and hoodie. I peek at him with my peripheral vision and see his eyes darting lower. You are small. Yeah, you've mentioned. Humans... He stops himself. What? Humans prefer to be unseen? What do you mean by unseen? Without clothing to cover you. Oh. Well, sort of. It depends. Mostly, I guess. We prefer to keep our bits and pieces private, you know? Hmm. Do you not? I'm not bothered. I've witnessed the indulgence. Modesty is rare after that. I really want to ask him what his stance on the indulgence is, but he swiftly derails me. You are ready to leave? Oh, right, yeah. I quickly come to my senses and put my tunic and hoodie back on. Thanks for bringing me here. I feel a lot better after that. The springs are good. What next? I will assess your guile. Walk with me. With a brisk stride, he turns around and flicks his head at me to follow. I walk side by side with him, keeping pace with his larger steps. As I look his huge form up and down, still marred by curiosity about him, I suddenly realize something. You never wear shoes. Hmm? He looks addled by my question. Why the feet pick? I point down his hefty feet. They're another of his more canine features. Doesn't that hurt? No. Loken pauses in his stride, lifting up his foot to show the pads beneath. They're already getting dirty from walking on the bare stone. Boots are noisy. You should remove yours. I don't think I can walk around barefoot like you. Because you are smooth? Sort of, yeah. He puts his foot back on the ground, staring at me. Then he smirks. What? He just rolls his eyes and carries on walking. I jog after him, bemused. What? What's funny? You are funny. What did I do? Humans are born with shoes on? Of course not. But you cannot walk without them. I snort. It's just how we evolved. You are funny. I groan and then imitate his voice childishly. You are funny. He stops dead, glaring at me. I wince. At once I regret mocking him, even playfully. Sorry, I didn't mean... I do not talk like that. I know, I was, just messing around. He growls, then continues walking. Damn it, we were doing so well. You make me sound dull. I wasn't being serious. I already said I like your voice. But you mock me. I promise I didn't mean anything by it. It is because I cannot talk fast like you. You're just really direct. It's not a bad thing. I like it. I really do. I mean it. I was only joking around. The grouchy husky pouts, avoiding my eye. Now he looks sad again. It's my way of being friendly. His ears give a subtle flick and his tail twitches. You were being friendly? Yeah. I ruined it. Hey, it's okay. We're different. It's gonna take a while for us to, get used to each other. I will get better at talking. You're good at talking. You're good at mixing words. Mixing words? When you say two words at once, you are good at it. I mean, you're good at it. That was right? I cop at him. Did that seriously just happen? Logan, you really don't have to talk like that. I sound less dull? Honestly, you just sound uncomfortable. I will work on it. I'll... Does the way you talk really bother you? How come? Because of... He abruptly stops, his scowl is back yet again. It is nothing. He keeps his eyes straight ahead and as he walks off. I decide not to press him and keep up with his pace. Bit by bit, I'm getting to know him more. He's just a fascinatingly intriguing guy. At first, I thought him totally indomitable. Now I see how fragile he actually is. Despite all that, he's been looking out for me in his own way since he found me. Knowing what I know about him now, I contemplate how much he's actually done for me. He's really... He really has been looking out for me in this strange, dangerous world. I hate that he's so insecure. I don't like the idea of him getting upset, and I get a sudden overpowering urge to be affectionate with him. Hey, Alex. I step sideways and bump my shoulder into him playfully. I'm so much smaller than him, I almost bounce right off of him. He stares at me like I've just shattered the laws of social etiquette. You're a good hound. His head pivots in confusion. Then he shakes his head at me with an amused smile. You are strange. I shrug. Probably. You are good. I'm good? He shoots me another genuine happy smile. You are a good human. I fight off a big, stupid grin. Okay. He grins back at me. I notice his tail wagging wildly. Man, I feel like I can let my guard down around him. I can trust him. I can trust him, right? I look over at him, suddenly conflicted and full of emotion. I mean, can I really trust him? Hey, Loken. Alex? I was just thinking. Does he trust me? I feel like he does. Can I tell you something? Okay. He carries on walking beside me. It's, about me, maybe. Okay. I falter, swallowing my words before they formulate. My people, the Zephyr, they had this technology called computer science. Don't. What? Don't do it. We agreed. Oh, come on. No. Do not tell him about me until we speak to Aeon. But we'll have to tell him eventually. Oops. And you have no idea how he'll react. Logan pauses in his step, turning to face me. Alex, you are speaking of the old knowledge. Ignoring Bite for a moment, I gaze forlornly at the hound. How about you just try explaining to him what an AI is first? See how he reacts. Maybe it'll soften the blow. Alex? Right. Sorry, yeah. The old knowledge. Computer science. So, my people, they could create a sort of mind. Loken's brow furrows. Already I feel like I've messed this up. A mind is not created, it is born. No, I mean, they're not real minds. It was called artificial intelligence, or AI. It means creating an intelligence for a computer or a machine that isn't naturally born. A part of a mind? What? No, like a whole mind. His face tightens. A mind that is part of a person. No, I mean just the mind. What if you could create a mind? All minds are created at birth. I don't mean naturally, I mean artificially. He scowls at me. You are talking nonsense. How the hell do I explain this to a primitive who doesn't even know what a computer is? So it's like you can program machines to program? I mean, you can tell machines to act in a certain way and they seem like they're alive. That's what AI is intelligence demonstrated by machines. He blinks at me, head tilted in canine confusion. I am confused. Ugh, what am I doing? He hasn't got a clue. If I just drop the I have another intelligent being in my head bombshell, who knows what conclusion he'll draw. No, I can't tell him. I need him. Without him, I have nothing to navigate this world with. The thought of him turning on me is too terrifying. Above all else, I need Loken on my side. Even if that means lying to him. It's not important. I just thought maybe demons were created in the same way. That is what you wanted to say? Yeah. I watch as Loken's nose twitches. His eyes narrow ever so slightly at me. The hound's stare lingers briefly. For a moment, I'm unnerved. It's like he's staring straight through me. With a flick of his head, he gestures for me to follow him and continues marching across the grassy valley. You are suggesting demons are birthed of the old knowledge. It does not make sense. I just mean they sounded like machines that are sentient. Maybe the Zephyr created them. No. No? You believe the Zephyr created demons as intelligence A and I beings? It is nonsensical. They would not do this. Maybe they didn't mean to create them. Like I said, it's just an idea. I know little of the old knowledge. And what about Aeon? Would he know? I do not think so. Never has he spoken of minds that are created, not born. I will ask him about these A&I creations. I go quiet, my eyes diverting from the husky and to the Draconi village in the distance. How did Aeon come to know so much about the old knowledge? He was an auto monk. I frown. I thought they were cultists that took a vow of silence. They are. I will let Aeon tell this story. My questioning is abruptly cut off by Loken's bulky arm blocking my path. We have arrived. And that's where I'll call it for this episode. And I'll start the next one off with the trial of Guile? Guile. Yeah, Guile. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.